Welcome to a journey unlike any other, where curiosity leads us deep into the heart of an untamed jungle. Imagine stumbling upon an artifact so mysterious, its very existence challenges what we know about the past. Today, we follow the story of John Bennett, a fearless adventurer whose search for the extraordinary uncovers secrets hidden for centuries. But what he finds is more than just an ancient relic. It's a discovery that will leave you questioning the line between reality and imagination. Stay with us as the layers of this incredible tale unfold. John Bennett, an amateur geologist, stumbled upon a bizarre humanoid figure covered in mud. Intrigued by the unexpected find, he cautiously approached, noticing an uncanny resemblance to a human despite its peculiar appearance. Just as he was about to snap a photo, the creature's eyes snapped open, revealing a gaze that sent shivers down his spine. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories over the last couple of months. John Bennett had gathered information about some kind of rare artifact that was supposed to be hidden in a place no one would ever be able to find. Knowing John, he saw that as a dare. It was supposed to be like any other adventure, but little did he know it would change his life. He was on his own, as he always was. He didn't trust anyone with the kinds of artifacts he would usually find. The artifact he was tracing down sent him to the other side of the world, to a muddy jungle cove. Traveling by yourself for a long period of time could be very lonely, but John Bennett had the perfect solution for that. He always had his camera on hand to vlog his findings. It gave him a reason to talk, and also provided a way for him to save the joys of finding something lost for decades forever. John and his wife had a lovely marriage. She knew what she was getting into when she met him, as he had been very clear to her about his wants in life. Sure, would she want to see him more often and have an actual conversation with him every day instead of not hearing from him for weeks? Of course, but she could never ask John to give up his job. Now, back to John. John was the kind of adventurer who just had no fear. He would face any obstacle head-on, walk into any unknown tribe as if it were his hometown, and never fear any animal that came on his path. Some would say that he was a brave man, but to his friends and family, John was just plain stupid. However, John didn't care for anyone's opinion. All that mattered to him was finding lost artifacts and bringing their beauty and wisdom back to the world. On his trip to the other side of the world, that was the only thing on his mind. The artifact he was looking for was supposedly not seen in ages and was worth a lot of money. On his map, he had drawn a big circle of the area he had to scour through. He thought it would take him a couple of days to find the artifact, but he quickly realized he had underestimated everything. The ground was muddy, and the jungle was very dense. John had a lot of trouble with digging into the ground and accessing certain parts of the jungle. Being on his own, he didn't want to take too many breaks. It would cost him precious time, and he wanted to be done with this job sooner rather than later. Every time he would dig in a new spot, he would set up his tripod and vlog everything. Just when despair seemed to envelop him, John's shovel struck something unexpectedly solid beneath the jungle's thick mud, reigniting the flame of hope within him. This sudden encounter with the unknown sparked a renewed determination as he carefully cleared the area around the hard object, wondering if his long search was finally over. With cautious hands, John excavated the object, uncovering an artifact that was significantly larger and shrouded in more mystery than anything he'd anticipated. As John gently washed away the mud, an intricate humanoid shape began to emerge, its details finely crafted in a way that mesmerized him. The artifact, now partially cleaned, seemed to whisper tales of ancient times, its complexity suggesting it was not merely a relic, but a bearer of untold histories. John initiated the delicate process of removing the remaining mud, revealing unique carvings that adorned the artifact's surface. Awash with a mix of excitement and reverence, he shared his burgeoning insights through his vlog, attempting to bridge the chasm between the present and the artifact's mysterious past. The more John uncovered, the deeper the mystery grew. The artifact's size and the skill evident in its craftsmanship pointed to origins that seemed beyond the reach of known ancient civilizations. This anomaly in history baffled him, hinting at a chapter of human history that had remained untold, waiting silently for its story to be discovered. John meticulously recorded each step of his exploration, from the initial uncovering to the detailed examination of the artifact's features. His documentation served as a testament to the discovery process, capturing the methodical uncovering of layers, both literal and metaphorical, as he peeled back the mud to reveal history's face. Upon examining the artifact more closely, John discovered lifelike features that had been carved with astonishing detail. The eyes, mouth, and even the expression of the figure seemed to convey emotion, bridging millennia with a gaze that almost felt alive. As John cleared the final remnants of earth and debris, the artifact's humanoid form stood fully revealed, its presence both majestic and enigmatic. The eyes seemed to hold a depth that mirrored the soul, and the expression captured a timeless serenity, creating an immediate and profound connection between the observer and the ancient world. Despite the progress in uncovering the artifact's form and artistry, its origins and purpose remained shrouded in mystery. As John delved deeper into the artifact study, he realized it matched none of the known historical finds documented in his extensive research. What was their purpose in creating such a figure, and how had it remained undiscovered until now? These questions haunted John, driving his quest for understanding deeper into the realms of the unknown. While studying the artifact closely, John noticed that its fingers were positioned in a strange, almost deliberate gesture, unlike anything he had seen in ancient iconography. This detail, seemingly minor, added an unsettling layer to the artifact's mystery, suggesting a purpose or message yet to be deciphered. In a moment that made his heart skip a beat, the artifact shifted unexpectedly, a subtle movement that seemed impossible given its apparent weight and solidity. This startling occurrence stirred a mix of fear and fascination in John, challenging the notion that he was merely dealing with an inanimate object. Driven by a need to understand, John began a thorough search for natural causes that could explain the sounds and the artifact's movement. He examined the ground for signs of animals or seismic activity, clinging to the hope that a logical explanation would dispel the growing unease. John pondered the role of the jungle itself in the eerie atmosphere that had enveloped him. The dense canopy and the layers of undergrowth seemed to amplify sounds, creating an echo chamber that could distort and carry noises in misleading ways. Yet this natural explanation did little to ease the sense of foreboding that lingered. In an attempt to alleviate his isolation, he turned to his vlog, sharing his concerns and fears in a candid confession that underscored the intensity of his experience. As the silence of the jungle deepened, the whispers that John had initially dismissed seemed to grow closer and more personal, as if they were meant for him alone. This unnerving progression unsettled him further, blurring the line between reality and imagination in the oppressive solitude of his surroundings. Determined to find some semblance of clarity or evidence of his experiences, John began recording the strange occurrences with his camera. His hope was that playback might reveal a logical explanation or, at the very least, validate the reality of the unexplained events he was witnessing. John's sense of vulnerability intensified, magnified by the isolation of his environment. His vlog entries became more introspective, reflecting on the profound impact of solitude on his mental state. In these moments of vulnerability, he confronted the psychological toll of his solitary quest, questioning the price of his relentless pursuit of discovery. With renewed focus, John examined the artifact closely, his eyes scanning every inch for clues that might explain the mysterious movement. Touching its surface, he traced the intricate carvings, hoping to find a mechanical trigger or evidence of seismic activity that could rationalize the unsettling shift. John expanded his investigation to the surrounding area, meticulously examining the ground for disturbances that might account for the artifact's movement. He looked for animal tracks, signs of other humans, or natural shifts in the earth that could provide a logical explanation, his every step marked by careful scrutiny. In his quest for answers, John considered all possible reasons for the artifact's peculiar behavior, from the tangible, such as hidden fault lines or animal activities, to the more speculative, like ancient technology or spiritual causes. He remained open-minded, piecing together clues in an effort to solve the enigma. John found himself at a crossroads between logical explanations and the mystical aspects of the artifact. The academic in him leaned towards scientific reasoning, yet the undeniable mystery surrounding the artifact tempted him to consider possibilities beyond the realm of current understanding, challenging his perspective on what was real. Despite the challenges, John's determination to understand the artifact's movement remained unshaken. He explored every angle from the natural to the supernatural, unwilling to leave any stone unturned. His commitment to solving the mystery was fueled by a deep-seated need to make sense of the unexplainable. Upon closer examination, John's eyes caught sight of a large insect struggling beneath the artifact, its movements having caused the previously unexplainable shift. The realization struck him with both relief and amusement, turning the tension of the past hours into a moment of light-hearted revelation about the natural world's simple truths. The artifact moved because of a large insect stuck underneath it. John couldn't help but laugh as he shared the discovery in his vlog. This unexpected cause of the mysterious movement turned his fears into a humorous anecdote, showcasing the unpredictability of nature and exploration. Relief washed over John as he laughed at the entire situation, recognizing how his imagination had magnified his fears into spectral threats. This moment of levity amidst the solitude of his quest underscored the human tendency to find complexity in simplicity, bringing him a profound sense of peace. In his final vlog entry from the site, John shared his reflections on the adventure. Amused by the journey's unexpected conclusion, he mused on the importance of maintaining a sense of humor and perspective even when faced with the unknown, celebrating the serendipity that often accompanies the search for knowledge.